white people be working
Heidi
hard.
Dick so small. I watched Back to the Future recently and realized like I was watching. I realized in the last scene they're close to the last scene. One, has there ever been a less likable character than Biff ever created than in that? Like, I feel like there has
Usually,
never been
yes.
somebody.
Yes, but they usually get killed by Charles Bronson.
Yeah, it's like I've never met somebody so hateable. I don't understand how people that grew up in the 80s hate kids these days after seeing the fact that they created Biff. Like, these kids are all golden compared to this fucking guy who's just on the verge of tears. But, like, I realized, like, whenever he's playing Johnny Be Good at the school dance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? And the black dude from the band that was there calls Chuck Berry.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
He's like, you were looking for that new sound you were looking to play?
Marty McFly invented rock and roll.
Yeah, I was just that's what I thought as I was watching. I was like, they just undid cultural appropriation.
Oh, yeah.
They just said black people stole
rock and roll from Marty McFly.
Yeah. I was like, that's fucking awesome.
I think they stole it from Pat Boone.
That's so fucking funny.
Well, I technically...
Liz was like, no, but it's a Chuck Berry song. I was like, no, but he got from hearing this.
No,
like,
wait a sec.
They were saying that he stole that shit from Marty.
Did you know there was a song called Rocket 88 that came out in probably about 1948 or 1949? A lot of people consider that the first rock and roll song. That was before Chuck Berry. And that was written by a group. There was like a group of guys. None of them were white.
Yeah.
They wrote it, but one of them was Ike Turner.
Really?
Yes.
That's random.
Yeah, I know, but it's just funny because whenever like people spent years shitting on Ike Turner, and he still do, and I was like, but nobody mentions the rock and roll. He invented rock and roll part, but that's yeah. Once you smack a fucking soul singer, it's all over.
Because as I was watching, I was like, nice. He's like not doing an Elvis song. And he's like playing rock and roll, and I was like, that's awesome. And I was like, oh wait, they're still saying.
I got the best cultural appropriation troll fucking thing ever. I discovered it, and I discovered it watching a thing on. I was watching Richard Linklater. He owns a film festival, and he gives these like talks about movies beforehand, and he was doing Star 80. And he was talking about Bob Fosse and how important Bob Fosse was. He's a dancer,
Dr. Fosse?
He was a dancer, and he was a director. And he directed a movie about... He directed some... He did like 4 or 5, like, really great. Every one of them was really great. But, and then he mentioned, oh, well, you should go on YouTube and look up Michael Jackson, Bob Fosse. And so there's a movie called The Little Prince, and Bob Fosse plays a snake who transforms into Bob Fosse, and he sits in a tree.
Dr. Bob Fosse?
I don't know if he's a doctor or not.
He's a
doctor of pussy.
The guy that works with Donald Trump. That's all it
is. No, this guy's dead.
Dr. Fosse.
Is his name Dr. Fosse?
No, isn't it Fauci or something? The F-A-U-C-I
Oh,
guy.
Fauci. Fauci. Okay. That'd be cool if he was like... If he was during a hearing and he just went... and then fucking got up to get a spin and then walked out.
On stage.
Yeah, I just started doing fucking jazz hands and shit.
Tell him what they need to do, and he's just like,
yeah. Then he's like, pah. And then he sits back down. The COVID-19. but he goes so Fosse, not Fauci, Fosse, Bob Fosse.
I'm glad that I now know actually that it's pronounced Fauci. I didn't know that. I was gonna
That
sound
was
like
Bob...
if we came back and I said Fauci.
I thought the same guy in charge. I thought the
Charles?
same guy in charge of COVID-19 response and the epidemic was the same guy behind Cabaret. I could have swore that was the same person. So he's talking to this child, a little boy, and he's like being very snake-like, and then every Michael Jackson signature dance move he does right there, and And there's a
Does
clip
he
where they
throw
take.
in a
No, they play Billie Jean over it.
Oh.
Well, he wasn't gay.
I mean, that doesn't matter.
He was a pussy hound.
It's a part of the moves, though.
Yeah, but not the he.
Well,
That's definitely Michael Jackson's. So he fucking went.
He is part of the move.
So he went to. You can look it up on your phone. It's called It's called Bob Fosse Billie Jean, and it's just him doing all the moves that Michael Jackson, inventing all of Michael Jackson's moves to Billie Jean, and it just makes it even more eerie because it looks like he's trying to seduce a young boy.
And this was all pre Michael Jackson's moves.
Oh yeah. Bob Fosse was dead by. Fosse died in like 80, 82, something like that. Right after Star 80 came out. And, maybe 84. He probably died in 83, 84 or something like that. Yeah. That Michael Jackson definitely. It's called The Little Prince.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson definitely saw that fucking movie. And it's fucking really weird. So anytime anybody brings up culture, just to break balls, just to annoy somebody, or if they do like white people thing, just to annoy them. Like, it doesn't normally bother me, the white people thing, because I don't really consider myself white, necessarily. But then I saw an outpost that thing just to break somebody's balls.
White's just an idea, you know?
Pretty much. You're Irish.
We can all be white if you're born that way, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Obama's white. It's an idea that says he's black.
But it's the presidency that says he's white. Because blacks aren't allowed power.
Exactly. How'd he get in there?
How'd he get in there?
Obama.
Who let you in there, Barack?
Obama would be much
crazy bastard.
Obama would be much more fun if people pronounced it Obamagate. Hey, do you remember how we did? Speaking of Michael Jackson, do you remember how we did that Vlad TV video where the guy was talking about gay people?
Yes.
He has a new one about Little Richard. It's really funny.
I couldn't find it the other day, but I saw this video watching something, but it was like this kid, and it was called like Come Demon, but the whole thing is just like, hey man, it's not gay to suck dick if you say no homo first. And it's just like, God put us here to suck dick. It's not gay to suck dick. It's totally cool to suck dick if you say no homo first. And like, it's just like,
what if you're trapped
it is literally like a 45-second video of just,
what if you're in a plane crash and you don't want to eat?
What am I looking for?
You can look it up. I would put Vlad and Little Richard. It's not gay if your plane crashes and you don't want to eat dead body. You need protein, so you just suck each other's dicks. How did you survive? Except, this is funny, when they finally save them and then they're at the press conference, how did you survive that long with no food? And then they'd be like, they look at each other and then they're like, we ate dead bodies.
It says
doesn't look like any of the bodies were eaten. Because they don't want to admit that they suck.
There's one, Lord Jamar.
Lord Jamar, that's him. I forgot his name already.
On Little Richard not being, it's from 2 years ago.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah.
There should be a new one. But it's funny that he just said this about a dead guy.
Little Richard performs Tutti Frutti as Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yeah, that's not only DJ Vlad. That's 1 year. That's not even.
You should click on Lord Jamar. There might be one that follows. I'm sure he says something just as hilarious.
Oh, I'm sure.
Little Richard claims that he's not gay no more.
Here it
He's
is.
delivered. Really? He like women's? I think so.
Women's?
Okay. He called it unnatural attraction. What?
Oprah's a woman's woman, and Gail is her woman.
Gay
so that's a
attraction. He
woman.
called it unnatural. I mean, how old is Little Richard? Gotta be in his 80s.
Before gay was invented,
Like he's
that's all
84
it
years old.
is.
Wow. An unbelievable talent. But he went on I guess a Christian talk show. Okay. And he claims he's not gay anymore, even though before he openly said that he liked having sex with men, women, whatever. He's omnisexual or something like that.
He realized he was bugging. Good. It's never too late.
He realized he was bugging.
It's never too late to come to your
Bugging.
fucking
What are you,
senses.
bugging?
Never too late to be straight.
I have sex with men. What are you bugging?
Like that?
Never too late to be straight. Like, put that on a shirt.
Yeah, you should put that on a shirt, dude.
Yeah, well shit.
work
man.
out.
You're the perfect
Obama's out
person
here
to wear
trying-
that shirt.
He tried to outlaw, and I think he did, like conversion therapy. As if there's something wrong with that.
Yes, there's something wrong with that. You fucking idiot.
Correct something that needs correction. Why would you outlaw? Why would you outlaw somebody from trying to do it?
Because it causes
That's
suicide.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
That's
it's kind of
ridiculous.
Clockwork Orange.
I don't know.
Yes.
Style
Exactly.
shit.
It's
dude.
exactly
It's like-
Clockwork Orange.
I don't know the methods. I don't know.
I'm
if
just
there's
saying is
shock therapy or something that's considered, abuse or whatever else.
I think just the fact of you trying to talk somebody out of their homosexuality.
He sucked the dick out
Whether,
of system.
doesn't matter the methods. They feel
sucked
that
the
in
gay
itself,
out.
Yeah, you gotta suck that gay right out of him.
and that's some bullshit.
That's what the Catholic Church's job now is. They gotta suck the gay. They gotta find the gay kids
It
and then
comes
suck
back
the
to
gay right out of them.
whether you're born gay or whether it's.
You know what the cure to being gay is?
I don't know what.
Having 64 fluid ounces of semen in your stomach at one time.
Oh, that's because Rod Stewart, after they pumped his stomach, he ended up marrying a supermodel, Rachel Hunter. I think.
And he just got done chugging loads.
He still kept that gay haircut though.
Yeah. I need a haircut so fucking bad.
I
External
just did it this morning.
events.
It does. It looks clean.
You could hear it both ways. You and I have talked about this multiple times.
It's multiple reasons.
Multiple reasons. We were just talking about the show on Netflix, Mindhunter,
Right.
and it's about the
Dope ass show.
FBI looking at
Psychological profile.
psychologically profiling like sexual serial killers. Rape it, like
Feet
murder
ticklers.
rapists and stuff
Did
like
you see that episode?
And the theme throughout
Dude,
the
that
show
shit was
is
crazy.
based on something
That
happened
was
to
a
the
really
mother.
weird story arc to throw in. That went on for like 3 fucking episodes and ended up being like
Yeah, they didn't let it go.
genuinely like I feel like put the entire viewers in like an ethical dilemma of just like, is this wrong? Like
It's totally.
it's fucked, but at
It's
the same
unnecessary.
time, at the same time, like apparently he hasn't taught it. He just likes tickling them.
Yeah, I know, but that's like.
I agreed that from the start. You know what I mean? Though, like towards it, you start to kind of feel his family side of things.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because it's never come out that.
Yeah.
Kids never said that he hurt him or like.
Yeah, my
tried to
husband
molest him.
clearly had his bizarre
I just-
pedophilia under control,
I
and
just-
you fucked up.
Yeah, I just give kids change to tickle them.
Yeah, it's really funny. That's funny because you get into the story and you start fucking sympathizing, but then when you say it out loud, you're like, wait a second.
Yeah, it's still being like. There's still no good behind that. Like
Listen, you found a loophole, all right?
what he's doing is edging, and I don't appreciate that. Like, it's like what's it when they call whenever you like emotional cheating. That's emotional
Yeah.
pedophilia.
It's emotional.